Hello, 8th grade math students. Mr. Lawrence here, and it should be Monday, April 27th if you're staying up on your stuff. And here we go. We're going to be talking about increasing and decreasing intervals. Oh my goodness, I can't see the title. There it is. Very good. Okay, but I do want to go back to, I believe that man's name is Jay, coincidentally. No, we are not brothers. Anyway, here we go.
An interval is a period of time between 2 points of time or events. A jogger begins her run around a park by increasing her speed until she reaches her normal jogging speed. She then jogs at a constant speed for most of her run. Finally, she begins her cool down by jogging at a slower rate until she stops.
Okay, so sometimes kids don't pay attention to graphs. They ignore labels, especially students, math students that is, and labels are so important. So an interval is a period of time where something is happening. I have the 3 distinct intervals shown on this graph. The first interval is, I better use the wide one, this part right here. Okay, now some of you are going to go, oh, they're going uphill at that point. No, they're not. The reason you might think that is you didn't read the labels, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, the next interval is here, and some of you are going to be tempted to say, well, they're not moving. And no, that's not true either. Okay, again, we've got to read the labels and interpret what's going on. And the third interval is this one right here. Okay, now our labels are time along the x-axis, or the independent variable, right? So this is the x-axis. Time is always the independent variable. I can't ever think of a situation where time is not the independent variable. There may be, but not in Algebra 1 anyway. And then this is speed, or y, which is the dependent variable. Okay? And so let's see what's happening in this yellow interval. All right? Well, we're moving from here to here. So as we move this way, the run, no pun intended because she's jogging, it literally is the run, right? Like from slope, okay? The run is increasing, yes? So the time is increasing. Well, the other variable is speed, how fast she's going. Well, that's also increasing because that would be the rise, right? Okay, even though I don't have any numbers, I know that this is 0, 0, okay? So the time is increasing, and so is the speed. So in other words, she's starting to run. She's jogging a little bit, getting a little faster until she's at the speed she wants to go. Now here, time is still increasing, right? Time is still increasing. But the speed is not changing. It's constant. That's why this is a constant interval. It's not 0 because this is not down on the x-axis. If this segment was on the x-axis, well, yeah, then she wouldn't be moving. She'd be standing still if it were down here. But it's not. It's up here. Okay? And this is not 0. I don't know how fast she's going. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8 miles. I don't know. 8 miles per hour? I'm not sure. I can't tell. There's no way to know. But all I know is that whatever speed she's at, she's maintaining it here for this period of time. Okay? And then she must be getting closer to home and wants to cool down, so she begins to slow her jog down. The time is still increasing, right? The time is going from here to here. That's still increasing. But her speed is dropping. First it's here, then it's here, then it's here. And notice that it's at lower intervals now. So the speed, actually I should do it over here, is going down until she hits 0 where she's finally stopped. Okay? So that's what's going on in this picture. Hold on a second. Let me go back to digits here. And they want us to identify which intervals are increasing and decreasing. Well, that should be pretty easy. let's look at A. Let's see. A is time is going up. It was 7 o'clock, and now it's 7:15, right? 7:30. 7:15. The speed was 20, but it goes all the way down to 0. Okay? So, let's see here. That must be a decreasing interval. Okay? B. From 7:15 to 7:45, time went up. The speed did not change. In fact, the speed is 0. Okay, so let's think maybe this was a car, right? And they slowed down from 20 miles an hour over a course of 15 minutes down to 0. Then they parked the car and went into the store for a half an hour. I'm not sure. Maybe. It's a possibility. That's a constant interval there where B is. Okay, now at 7:45, they get back in their car and they begin to drive, and they speed up over the course of 15 minutes. Again, they're taking a long time to speed up, but this is an increasing interval. And then finally, they get to 40 miles an hour, and they drive that speed for, let's see here, 45 minutes. So they're able to drive that speed for 45 minutes. That is a constant interval. There's no change in it. All right, should be pretty easy stuff. Okay, interval S, what do you think? Go ahead and shout it out. Yeah, of course, it's an increasing interval. Absolutely. Now, I'd like to show you the problems in part 2, but they don't show up. I don't know what's going on. So I can't do those, unfortunately, just a glitch in the system. So we're going to jump on down to 3. Well, I said 3. Oh, my pen is acting up. There we go. All right, here it comes. It's loading. Okay. Oh, and I think I have this in here so that we can interact with it. Oops, wrong button. There we go. The graph shows the speed of a commuter boat as it makes an evening trip. How many constant intervals are defined by the graph? Well, let's go through and highlight the constant intervals. We will make the constant intervals green. Okay, so constant's going to be green. So there's 1 constant, there's 2, and there's 3. So the correct answer is 3, right? Nope, it's not. Aren't there 2 more? There's 1 down here and 1 down here. So there are 5 constant intervals. Yeah. What's happening at these 2? Well, the boat has stopped, right? Because time is increasing. Let's see, we're going over a course of an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these each block must be 10 minutes. This is 5:10, 5:20, 5:30, 5:40, 5:50, 5:60, which is really 6 o'clock, right? Okay. And this is the speed in miles per hour. Well, here, for these 10 minutes, the speed is 0. So the boat must be stopped. This must be where they stop and let people off and pick up new people. All right. See, this graph tells me a whole story if I pay attention to what is actually going on. Okay, so now it asks, how are the constant intervals alike? Well, the speed doesn't change, right? Their speeds do not change. That's how they're alike. How are they different? Well, 2 of the intervals, the boat is stopped, right? 3 of the intervals, the boat is traveling at different speeds. Here it's at 20 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour, and that must be 25 miles per hour, okay, for that period of time. And they also tend to be different lengths of period of time. The only ones that are the same are those 2. Okay, there you go. Pretty easy stuff. You shouldn't have that much difficulty with this assignment. It really should be pretty basic. All right? Put this last one up. Go ahead and take a look at it. See if you can answer the questions in your notes, and then I will talk about it briefly. Okay, so this one says how many decreasing intervals are defined by the graph. So let's see, I've got 1 and 2. 2 are defined by the graph. How are the decreasing intervals alike? Well, they both show a reduction in speed, and they're close to being the same period of time. like that. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm not sure what they're counting by here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They must be 8-minute intervals. So I'm only guesstimating that's 8 minutes. That must be about 2 minutes to a stop. That might be a hair more. It looks like it's a little bit bigger. But they're alike because they're decreasing speeds. Okay? How are they different? Well, one is taking place over a greater period of time, the second one. And two, this one is stopping much faster. See how it's steeper? It's going from 20 to 0 in a shorter period of time, and this one goes from 15 to 0. Right? So this one's a more abrupt stop. It's a steeper slope. It's stopping faster. Okay, that's it for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good day, everybody.